Greetings, human. I know that you are there, hiding in the trees. Please come out so that I can see you. Fine. If you do not want to make yourself visible to me, then I suppose I must come to you. You do not want that to happen, do you? Oh, and do not think about running away. It would not even take a full second for me to catch you. Come out. It has been very long since a human has last entertained me, and I have some questions to ask you. Greetings. I see that you must be startled by my appearance. You were not able to view me very well from your early position in the trees, correct? Please do not stare so much. It is not polite to stare at ladies. Yes, ladies. Is it not correct for me to refer to myself as a lady? I know I do not look like it, but I am well over 200 years old. I am long past girlhood, even though I may have the appearance of a child. What is that, you ask? Am I a vampire? Yes. I suppose that is the correct term for a creature of the night such as myself. But that is enough talk about me. Let us converse about you. You are rather peculiar for a human. What made you follow me all the way out here to furtively observe me as I fed? I see that right now. You are staring at the remains of my meal, but you do not appear to be visibly disturbed. That is rather odd. Did you enjoy watching as I fed? Did the screams of my prey excite you? Perhaps you are what they call a sadist. Yes, I was correct. You are a very peculiar human. It is not your apparent sadism that makes you so strange. Sadists are rather abundant amongst the human population. It is your lack of fear. If any other human was confronted by an abhorrent creature of the night such as myself, they would have shrieked with fear, fallen into hysterics, made at least one attempt at escape. Yet you even dared to inquire if I was a vampire. Human, do you not fear me? Do you not fear my abilities, my sharp, blood-stained fangs, my hypnotic eyes? I could easily cut your throat from where I stand. I would not even have to move an inch. What made you so foolishly decide to follow me? I was aware of your presence all this time, but I decided to let you be so I could see how things unfolded. You interested me greatly from the very beginning. You watched as I lured out my prey and brought him to this forest so that I could feed. You witnessed my capacity for ruthlessness, and yet your fear levels are relatively low for someone in your situation. What's that? How am I not covered in my prey's blood? What a strange question. I am beginning to believe that you are the mentally unsound type. That would explain a lot. A lady such as myself puts forth great efforts to not sully herself as she dines. Would you be more afraid of me if I was caked in blood, with my hair in tangles and my eyes completely wild? Oh, the body? That is not something that you should concern yourself with. If it is found, people will simply think he was attacked by wild animals. We are in the middle of a forest, after all. A forest filled with ferocious, hungry creatures. What's that, you say? Speak up. No, There are not many left of my kind. We are dying out rather quickly, unable to cope with humanity's rapid changes and advances. I suspect that we will reach extinction in another century or two. I hope that you don't have any more trivial questions for me. You're starting to bore me. But since there is nothing else I can preoccupy myself with at the moment, I suppose I will prolong your inevitable death for just a little bit more. What? You expected me to spare your life? I could not possibly spare the life of a human who spied on me whilst I fed. That would be utterly disgraceful. Members of my distinguished bloodline do not simply spare lives. How ridiculous all of this is. Yes, I come from a noble family of vampires, though I am the last surviving progeny. My family are all brutally slaughtered centuries ago. It was an atrocious incident. The villagers stormed our estate and burned it down. They captured my parents, my brothers and sisters, drove stakes through their hearts, decapitated them, and immolated the corpses. They did everything they could to ensure my folks stayed deceased. I have no idea why I am telling such a lowly human details of my life. This is truly dishonorable. Oh, well, I suppose this just gives me more reasons to end your life. What is it now? My prey? No, I do not know anything about him. Why would I concern myself with the private matters of lowly humans? You and your strange questions. It appears you are confused. Humans are but food to creatures like me. We stalk them from the shadows and prey upon them. My most recent prey was but a random, unimportant meal. Nothing more. Though, I observed that there was something slightly odd about him. About many of the inhabitants of this town, actually. It is like the town and its residents are all hiding something. Many of the humans here seem very aggressive and volatile. I actually experienced some minor inconveniences using my power on my prey. I was not expecting him to be so unruly. Yes, this town is very unusual indeed. Something about it seemed to draw me here. I do not understand it at all. It's quite mysterious. I've heard that many vampires have traveled to this town because of its strange energy. I feel more alive here than I have in decades. I feel that some significant incident must have occurred here a long time ago. Something that caused a change in its inhabitants and triggered the unspeakable ability. Human, you understand, don't you? This town is a kingdom of unholy beings. The sun is rising. I must depart soon. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to let you live. Conversing with you was quite an experience. Perhaps we will meet again, somewhere else. And, human, it would be wise for you to flee this town. Farewell.